Separated on Valentine's Day, with whispers of marital discord swirling like a persistent fog over the Sussex's Montecito mansion, Prince Harry lingering in the crisp Canadian air for his cherished Invictus Games, while Meghan jets back to California, posting sentimental snapshots that some see as a clever deflection from deeper troubles. As the tabloids feast on rumors of cracks in their once glamorous union, the stark contrast with the Wales's understated portrait of enduring affection only sharpens the intrigue, hinting at financial strains, separate paths, and the monarchy's quiet resilience amid the drama. Good evening, and thank you for joining me tonight as we delve into these royal ripples that have everyone talking. Valentine's Day, a time for romance, roses, and apparently, for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a rather conspicuous separation. You see, while most couples might be clinking glasses over a candlelit dinner, Prince Harry found himself in Vancouver, wrapping up the inaugural winter edition of his Invictus Games. Those games, which he founded back in 2014 with such noble intent, have always been his passion project, a beacon for wounded veterans finding strength through sport. But this year, on February 14, 2025, Harry was there alone, mingling with athletes and supporters in the snow-dusted venues of Whistler and Vancouver as the event drew to its close on the 16th. No sign of Meghan by his side for the finale, mind you. She'd arrived with him earlier, on the 8th, putting on quite the show for the camera's kisses in the stands, hand-holding during the opening ceremony, all very Hollywood. Yet by the 11th or 12th, she was off, boarding a private jet back to their sprawling home in Montecito, California, ostensibly to tend to their young children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Now, don't get me wrong, family comes first, or so the narrative goes. But a well-placed source in palace circles has whispered that this early departure was always part of the plan, though it didn't stop the rumor mill from churning. After all, the Sussexes have been dogged by talk of separate lives for months, if not years. Meghan's time at the Games was brief, but flashy, tubing down slopes in designer puffer jackets, double dates with celebrities like Michael Bublé and his wife at upscale Italian spots in Whistler. She even donned those diamond earrings Harry gifted her last Valentine's, a subtle nod perhaps, but one that felt a tad performative to some observers. A source behind closed doors confided that behind the smiles there was tension. Harry's focus was squarely on the veterans, while Meghan's presence turned heads more for her wardrobe than anything else. One can't help but raise an eyebrow at how quickly she exited stage left, leaving Harry to carry on solo for the remaining days, including that poignant Valentine's without her. And then came the social media salve. Back in Montecito, Meghan took to Instagram, her preferred platform for these curated glimpses into their world, and posted an archival photo of the two of them locked in a kiss, captioned with something about missing her Valentine as he soldiered on at Invictus, changing lives and all that. Touching, isn't it? She followed it up with a snap of Princess Lilibet clutching a heart-shaped balloon, red hair matching her father's, a sweet family touch amid the absence. But let's be honest, my friends. In the court of public opinion, these posts smacked of damage control. A longtime family acquaintance mentioned that Meghan's team is ever vigilant about quashing speculation, and this felt like a calculated move to counter the headlines screaming split and rift. After all, the tabloids had been abuzz since her early exit, with headlines like "Meghan leaves Harry alone for Valentine's" fueling the fire. Social media erupted, of course some users gushing over the romance, others cynicism dripping like melting snow. Why the old photo? Can't they manage a fresh one? Or, she's making it all about her again. A source within the inner circle suggested that Harry's relief at her departure was palpable. The Games are his domain, and without her turning it into a Meg show, as one well-meaning staff member put it, he could breathe easier, focusing on the athletes rather than the optics. But oh, the undercurrents run deeper. Whispers from behind closed doors paint a picture of a couple increasingly on divergent paths. Harry's devotion to Invictus is unwavering. He's poured his heart into it, traveling solo more often these days, like that 85-day stretch apart last year that raised so many eyebrows. Meghan, meanwhile, has her own ventures bubbling away. That Netflix cooking series in the works. Her lifestyle brand is ever teasing collaborations with chocolatiers for Valentine's treats. They shared a cute video of her surprising him with chocolates in his Montecito office just before the games, him beaming as he picked one out, murmuring, "Love you." Charming, but again, staged? A source behind closed doors hinted at full-blown meltdowns behind the scenes, Meghan's reported fury over staff turnovers, Harry's alleged erratic behavior as he watches her pursuits eclipse his in the spotlight. Money, too, looms large in these tales. Their joint brand as a power couple is lucrative, but separate endeavors like Meghan's podcast deals or Harry's memoir royalties suggest fissures. Insiders murmur of financial strains, with their Montecito lifestyle not cheap, and Netflix deals under scrutiny after some flops. One well-placed source confided that arguments over finances and fame have escalated, with Harry feeling overshadowed, Meghan pushing for more Hollywood exposure. It's no secret that societal mood towards the Sussexes has soured somewhat, polls show dipping approval, tabloids relentless in their dissection. A longtime family acquaintance shared that Harry's solo hikes for his 40th birthday last year, sans Meghan, only amplified the gossip. And those Invictus moments? While Harry shone in interviews, speaking of family and resilience, Meghan's brief stint included that awkward tubing outing where she seemed more focused on the cameras than the camaraderie. A source behind closed doors revealed whispers of her meltdown amid professional separations, perhaps echoing past Balmoral incidents where tempers flared. Harry's push for reconciliation with his family, mapping out diplomacy missions for the 2027 Games in Birmingham, feels like a solo quest, with Meghan notably absent from those bridges. The drama is palpable, quarrels implied by their absences, money woes from ruthless monetization of past rifts, and that lingering sense of relief when they're apart. Yet, as we ponder these Sussex storms, one can't ignore the serene counterpoint from across the pond. The Kensington Palace release of that Valentine's portrait of Prince William and Catherine Ah. But that's for our next segment, where the quiet luxury of the Waleses stands in such telling contrast to this Gollywood dramatics. Stay with me as we unpack how their stable image has become a symbol of the monarchy's endurance after a trying year. And now let's turn our gaze eastward, across the Atlantic, to the tranquil shores of Norfolk, where Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, offered a masterclass in understated elegance this Valentine's Day. While the Sussexes' narrative unfolds like a scripted drama, complete with archival kisses and hurried departures, the Waleses chose a path of quiet assurance, a single black-and-white photograph, released by Kensington Palace, capturing them mid-stride during a windswept walk at Anmer Hall. Taken back in April 2025 by the acclaimed photographer Josh Schinner, the image shows William in a casual jacket, arm protectively around Catherine, who looks effortlessly composed in a Barber coat and wellies, her hair tousled by the breeze. No grand gestures, no effusive captions, just a simple message wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day, with a nod to the charities supporting those feeling lonely on the holiday. It's the sort of release that speaks volumes through its restraint, a subtle reminder that true affection doesn't need spotlights or social media fireworks. A well-placed source in palace circles confided that this photo was deliberately chosen to project stability after what has been a profoundly challenging year for the royals. King Charles's ongoing health battles, Catherine's own cancer diagnosis and triumphant remission, not to mention the lingering shadows of family rifts. The image went viral almost instantly, racking up millions of views and likes across platforms, with social media users hailing it as a beacon of quiet luxury and genuine partnership. Comments flooded in. This is what real love looks like: simple, steadfast, or no drama, just class. In stark contrast, Meghan's posts were dissected with a healthy dose of skepticism. Her "missing my Valentine" caption and that Lilibet balloon snap were seen by many as overly sentimental, a bid to reclaim the narrative amid the separation buzz. A longtime family acquaintance shared that the Wales' approach is rooted in tradition. Anmer Hall, their beloved country retreat, has long been a sanctuary for family time, away from the glare. William and Catherine have spent countless weekends there with their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, fostering a sense of normalcy that's become increasingly precious. But oh, the comparisons were inevitable, and they didn't disappoint in their delicious drama. Social networks buzzed with side-by-side analyses: the Wales's monochromatic poise versus the Sussex's colorful, candid shots from Invictus. Quiet luxury versus Hollywood dramatics, as one viral thread put it, capturing the public's mood perfectly. A source within the inner circle revealed that palace staff viewed the Wales's release as a timely counterpoint, emphasizing the monarchy's resilience. After all, 2024 was a year of crises: King Charles's prostate surgery, his cancer treatment, Catherine's abdominal operation turning into a chemotherapy journey. Yet here they stand, literally arm in arm, symbolizing endurance. The photo's black and white aesthetic even sparked whispers of subtle shade. Was it a nod to the Sussex's own monochrome preferences in past posts? Coincidence, perhaps, but in royal watching, nothing is ever truly accidental. A well-meaning staff member mentioned that William and Catherine's bond has only strengthened through adversity-shared hospital visits, quiet evenings at Adelaide Cottage, focusing on recovery and family. No public meltdowns or solo ventures here. Their unity is institutional, a pillar for the crown. Money, of course, weaves through this tapestry like a golden thread, adding layers of intrigue. The Sussex's pursuits scream commercialization Netflix deals, reportedly worth millions, though whispers from behind closed doors suggest some projects, like Meghan's cooking show, are facing delays amid creative clashes. Harry's Invictus, while noble, relies on high-profile donors and events that sometimes feel more like fundraisers than pure philanthropy. Contrast that with the Waleses. Their wealth is tied to the Duchy of Cornwall, now under William's stewardship, generating steady income without the need for ruthless monetization, as a source behind closed doors described the Sussex approach. William's focus on homelessness initiatives and Catherine's early childhood campaigns are dutiful, not dazzling, but they command respect. Public sentiment leans towards admiration for their restraint. Polls show the Wales's approval soaring, while the Sussexes grapple with perceptions of opportunism. A longtime family acquaintance confided that financial independence for Harry and Meghan has come at a cost: strained relations, endless scrutiny over deals like that Spotify fallout, where millions evaporated amid unmet expectations. The drama escalates when we consider the quarrels bubbling beneath the surface. Whispers from palace circles paint the Sussexes as perpetually at odds with the establishment. Harry's memoir, Spare, still stings, with its revelations of sibling tensions and palace intrigues. Meghan's absence from key events, like the Balmoral gatherings or coronation, only fuels the narrative of isolation. A source behind closed doors hinted at recent flare-ups. Meghan's reported fury over perceived slights in media coverage, Harry's alleged pushback against her gushy rebrand efforts. Their Valentine separation? Just the latest chapter in a saga of separate bedrooms, metaphorically speaking, him in Canada, her in California, children as the anchor, but perhaps not enough to bridge the gap. Meanwhile, the Waleses embody harmony. Even in crisis, they've presented a united front. Catherine's remission announcement last September was a family affair, with videos of them playing cards at Anmer, radiating warmth. No solo hikes or archival posts needed. Their stability is self-evident. Social media's role in amplifying these contrasts can't be overstated. It's where the real gossip thrives. Threads exploded with memes, the Waleses as the Rock, the Sussexes as the roller coaster. One popular post quipped, William and Kate, together through thick and thin. Harry and Meg, together when the cameras are on. A well-placed source noted that Kensington's comms team monitors this chatter closely, using it to gauge public pulse. The photo's release timing, right as Sussex rumors peaked, was impeccable, shifting focus to positivity. And let's not forget the broader royal dynamics. King Charles's efforts at olive branches, like inviting Harry to Balmoral last summer, met with mixed results. Meghan's non-attendance there spoke volumes, insiders say. A source within the inner circle shared that William views these Sussex dramas with weary detachment, prioritizing his own family's well-being over reconciliation theatrics. Yet, amid the quiet luxury, there's an undercurrent of sympathy even for the Sussexes. Catherine, ever gracious, has reportedly extended private gestures, though rebuffed. Money talks persist. The Sussexes' Archewell Foundation struggles with donor dips, while the Waleses' causes flourish through royal patronage. A longtime family acquaintance mentioned William's quiet philanthropy, like his Earthshot prize, drawing billions in commitments without fanfare. In contrast, Meghan's lifestyle brand teasers those Valentine's chocolates felt forced, a pivot from activism to consumerism that hasn't landed smoothly. Quarrels over image control abound. Harry's Invictus success is his alone. But Meghan's input reportedly causes friction, with staff turnovers hinting at deeper discord. As we reflect on this Valentine's dichotomy, it's clear the Wales' portrait isn't just a photo, it's a statement. Stability triumphs over spectacle, tradition over tabloid fodder. But the intrigue doesn't end here. Deeper rumors swirl about the Sussexes' future, from potential splits to palace reconciliations. Join me as we peel back more layers in our final segment, exploring the scandals, finances, and what might lie ahead for these divided royals. As these Valentine's vignettes fade into the archives, the whispers grow louder. My friends, echoes of deeper fissures that no Instagram post or palace portrait can fully silence. Let's peel back those layers now, venturing into the realm of insider murmurs and speculative futures, where the Sussexes' polished facade meets the harsh glare of reality, and the Wales' steady glow casts long shadows over Montecito's dramas. Picture this. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, once the epitome of defiant romance, now navigating what a source behind closed doors describes as increasingly separate orbits. It's not just the Valentine separation that raises eyebrows, though that Canadian divide certainly amplified the chatter. No, it's the pattern emerging over the past year or so. Since their joint tour in Colombia back in August 2024, joint appearances have been sparse, almost calculatedly so. Harry's solo jaunts to New York for climate summits, his quiet hikes with mates for that milestone 40th birthday in September sans Meghan, mind you, painted a picture of a man reclaiming his space. A longtime family acquaintance confided that these absences aren't mere scheduling quirks, they're symptomatic of a couple pulling in different directions. Meghan's ventures, from her Netflix cooking series, still simmering with reported delays, to her American Riviera Orchard brand, tease a lifestyle empire that's distinctly hers. Harry's Invictus legacy, meanwhile, remains his anchor, but even there, her early exit from Vancouver felt like a relinquishing of the stage. And oh, the scandalous underbelly, the rumors that keep the tabloids humming like a hive. A source within the inner circle has hinted at marital strains, bubbling over into full-blown crises, arguments over direction, with Harry reportedly yearning for reconciliation with his family, while Meghan pushes for bolder Hollywood moves. Whispers from behind closed doors speak of meltdowns on her part, echoes of those Balmoral episodes years ago, where tempers allegedly flared amid royal protocols. One particularly juicy tidbit suggests Harry's erratic moods stem from feeling eclipsed. After all, her star power, once a boon, now casts him in shadow. professional separation. It's been floated openly since late 2025, with insiders noting they've divvied up their causes, her on women's empowerment and lifestyle, him on veterans and mental health. But a well-placed source in palace circles murmurs that this healthy divide masks deeper woes, potential divorce proceedings, perhaps even dueling tell-all books where each spins their narrative. Imagine the headlines: "Spare no more" from Harry, or Meghan's "My Side of the Crown." The drama is intoxicating, isn't it? Society's mood tilts towards skepticism. Polls from 2025 showed their approval dipping below 30% in the UK, with many viewing their moves as opportunistic rather than organic. Money, that eternal royal undercurrent, adds fuel to these fires. The Sussexes' value as a power couple is waning, according to a source behind closed doors, Archewell's donor dips. Spotify's acrimonious split back in 2023 still stinging. Netflix deals under the microscope after Heart of Invictus underperformed. Their Montecito mansion, with its 9 bedrooms and hefty mortgage, doesn't maintain itself on goodwill alone. Whispers suggest financial strains have sparked quarrels. Her brand's slow rollout, those Valentine's chocolates, barely made a ripple. His reliance on high-stakes fundraisers for Invictus. If they split, the fallout could be seismic. California's divorce laws loom large, with no spousal support if under 10 years married, and they're nearing that mark in 2028. A longtime family acquaintance shared that Harry's inheritance from the Queen Mother provides a buffer, but Meghan's pursuits demand constant capital. Contrast this with the Waleses. Their Duchy of Cornwall yields millions annually, funding causes without the whiff of commercialization. No ruthless monetization here, just dutiful patronage, like William's Earthshot Prize drawing billions in commitments, or Catherine's early years work reshaping policy. Speaking of the Waleses, their post-crisis harmony offers a poignant foil. After Catherine's cancer remission in September 2024, a well-meaning staff member confided that their bond has deepened. Immeasurably quiet evenings at Adelaide Cottage, family card games at Anmer Hall. A focus on the children that feels authentically grounded. That Valentine's portrait from 2025, and the follow-up in 2026 with another black and white gem from the same shoot, symbolizes not just romance, but resilience. William's protective arm around her, their shared smiles amid Norfolk's winds, it's the monarchy's quiet luxury in action. Public sentiment adores it. Social media lauds their stability as a balm after the king's health scares. A source within the inner circle noted William's weary detachment from Sussex dramas. He's prioritized his nuclear family, extending olive branches to Harry privately, but rebuffed amid ongoing tensions. Quarrels? The broader royal rift persists, with Harry's memoir wounds still fresh, but the Waleses navigate it with poise. No public spats or solo soul-searching required. Yet, even in this contrast, there's a thread of sympathy for Harry. Society senses his isolation, his attempts at reconnection feeling more solitary than shared. A source behind closed doors revealed whispers of relief during his time apart. At Invictus, post Meghan's departure, he reportedly reveled in the camaraderie, glimpses of the old, fun-loving prince emerging. Meghan's gushy rebrand, as one insider put it, hasn't quelled the cynicism. Her posts, like that archival kiss or Lilibet's balloon, are seen as performative, a deflection from the full meltdown mode amid staff turnovers and project hiccups. The mood in Montecito? Tense, with rumors of her fury over media slights echoing past incidents where she allegedly clashed with aides. Harry's push for diplomacy, mapping Invictus expansions to Birmingham in 2027, hints at a bridge-building solo act, perhaps without her by his side. Looking ahead, the intrigue thickens. What might 2026 and beyond hold? Will the Invictus Games in February 2027 reunite them fully, or will Harry's passion project become his sole domain? Palace dynamics evolve slowly. King Charles's olive branches, like that Balmoral invite last summer, met mixed responses, with Meghan's absence speaking volumes. A well-placed source suggests reconciliation hinges on Harry alone, children in tow, perhaps, but the Duchess's role remains contentious. Financially, the Sussexes could pivot. Joint ventures on shared causes like mental health to reclaim their team status. But society's skepticism lingers. Their Hollywood dramatics fatigue the public, while the Waleses' restraint endears. Divorce odds? Bookies in 2025 tipped a split by year's end, though they've dodged it so far, tick-tock, as the cynics say. In the end, my discerning viewers, this royal saga underscores the monarchy's enduring strength. Amid Sussex storms, quarrels, cash crunches, and ceaseless speculation, the institution stands firm, embodied by the Wales's quiet fortitude. It's a reminder that true legacy isn't forged in flashbulbs, but in steadfast service. Thank you for sharing this evening with me. Until next time, keep an eye on those palace whispers. Good night.